a great philosopher, had some very good teachings, and people believed him to be the Messiah, much like this 1994 rabbi. I think it's quite possible to assert that watching this person die through cognitive dissonance kind of create a story, not even specifically, not maliciously, not lying necessarily, but think, no, I can feel it. I know in my heart that he's still alive, and how that can, through word of mouth, slowly over time, get to people saying he was resurrected and that he was seen. And that, if you've ever played Whisper Down the Lane, in a couple short transitions, you can go from the boy went to the store to a giant ant crushed the earth with his mandible claws. That actually happened to me in 4th grade, believe it or not. It's a fun game. But that was my assertion, that it is very possible that, given the supernatural beliefs of people of that time, that the fact that it happens today, and I'm sure you don't believe that this Messiah is the Messiah, but the people believe it today shows that people could easily believe a falsehood back then, and imagine how easily it could get distorted in such a short amount of time. Actually, if you guys don't mind, I might need a quick bathroom break. You may have noticed I've been drinking a ton of water and bourbon at the same time. So, maybe if that's okay with you, I'm just going to take a quick 60 seconds.
Yeah, when you return, you got one question left.
Hey, just a quick question, Wildcard. Are you going to be uploading the video?
I'm not the one recording this, someone else
Okay.
is.
Hey, when it's done, Wildcard, can you post the link for us? Whoever's gonna, or tell us who is going to upload it, just so we all know.
Actually, the person who is going to be recording this, can you just say something in the comments section just so everyone knows?
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, it appears that Sir Theus is the one that's recording it right now. Is there anyone else here who's also recording this?
I'm also recording this.
Oh, that's good then.
And I will...
What program do you guys use?
I use Webcam Max, and we're talking about editing this, we're talking about recording this debate on Discussioner, and I was about to say before you got back, that because I'm an evil little child, I'm going to edit and chop it up and make you look like a fool.
Okay, so welcome back to you. MigKillerTwo, you used your 4 questions. Honest Discussioner, you got 1 question left whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Wildcard. And I think I have to ask this because I know you saw my Aaron K debate. So I'm going to be interested in your response here, because I imagine you've been ready for at least some of them, if not all. You originally asserted that the important thing is belief in acceptance of Jesus. I would have to argue. I would have to ask you. If there are contradictions in the Bible, such as the empty tomb story and who discovered it and what they did immediately after discovering it, if there are any contradictions in the Bible, wouldn't the elimination of those contradictions make it easier for people to accept Christ into their heart and get to that point of a loving and caring relationship with Him, and remove that very powerful roadblock.
Well, I guess I'll have to do a take 3 on the same question. I would say that if there were no contradictions in the Bible, none whatsoever, and now first off, I would contend your premise. I would contest your premise that there are contradictions in the tomb discovery narratives, but I'm not going to say that flat out that there are no contradictions in the Bible, because going through Skeptics Annotated Bible and showing that each and every contradiction is wrong would be such a tedious task, and I think it's just really hard to prove that there are absolutely 100% no contradictions in the Bible whatsoever. That would be very, very difficult. But back to your original question. I would say that that there would be a few more people who would believe in God, in the reliability of the Bible, if there were no contradictions in the Bible. However, I would say that this would not make more people accept Christ. The reason I say that this would not make more people accept Christ is because simply the inerrancy of the Bible is not a necessary condition to entrance into a saving relationship with God. So that is how I would answer your question. Please tell me if I was not clear enough.
Well, I did ask specifically about one part of the question was specifically about the empty tomb and who discovered it and what they did immediately afterwards.
Well, I would say that. Okay, well that's quite a different question than the one I answered. I'm sorry about that, but I would say that all the women discovered the empty tomb, and the reasons why there are different lists of women discovering the empty tomb. The reason that they're different is because of changes in oral tradition. They would say that this woman went to the empty tomb, or this woman went to the empty tomb because the named woman is the person who the gospel authors got their source from. This is the hypothesis of Richard Bauckham, and I think it's a very attractive hypothesis, but I would have to do a little bit more research, and I'm not completely sold on it at the moment.
Very well.
Okay, so now both of you both have a 10-minute period where you can provide a second rebuttal to whatever you want to rebut. Keep in mind that you do have a 7-minute closing period, so you don't have to say absolutely everything within these 10 minutes. MigKillerTwo, you have the floor whenever you're ready. If you'd like to take a few minutes to formulate a counter-argument to what Honest Discussion has to say, do so. Otherwise, if you're ready, just go ahead.
I would like 2 minutes to prepare my rebuttal speech, just to make sure that if there's any points that I want to respond to.
I'm good with that. Go ahead.
No problem.
Alright, I would like to start right now. Now, there are the 3 arguments that I gave were the moral argument, which has a little bit of mixing with the argument from facts and normativity, the Leibnizian argument from contingency, and the argument for Jesus' resurrection. Now, in responding to the moral argument,